Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about the NASCAR Sonoma weekend for Cup and Xfinity Series. But before we get into that, let's first talk about next week's schedule race, which is at Iowa for Cup, Xfinity, and the ARC Winner Series. Friday, June 4th at 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Time will be practice and qualifying for the ARC Winner Series. Not really too sure where you can watch it for, but maybe from Florida Racing. I don't really know there. 4:35 p.m. will then be practice for the Xfinity Series, and now with Fox, the final race of the season gone, NBC and USA will now take over as a practice for the Xfinity Series will be on USA and streaming on NBC Sports. That 5:35 p.m. will then be the Cup Series practice. That'll be on USA, NBC Sports, or the Cock, MRN, and Sirius XM. Then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time will then be the ARC Winner Series race for the running of the Atlas 500, so 500 150. That'll be on FS1 and MRN. Saturday, June 15th at 12:05 p.m. will then be qualifying for the Xfinity Series. That'll be on USA and streaming on NBC Sports. 1:05 p.m. will also then be qualified for the Cup Series. That'll be on NBC, the Cock, MRN, and Sirius XM. And at 3:30 p.m. will then be the Xfinity Series race for the running of the Heidi Perks 250. That'll be on USA, streaming on NBC Sports, MRN, and Sirius XM. On Sunday, June 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time will then be the first inaugural Iowa race for the Cup Series for the running of the Iowa Corn 350 powered by ethanol. That'll be on USA, the Cock, MRN, and Sirius XM. Oh, sorry, streaming on NBC Sports, I should say. That's not Peacock. But let's now have a look now at the Sonoma weekend results for the Xfinity Series. And that was won by Shane Van Gisbergen for the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Sonoma, followed by Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Austin Green, Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, Chandler Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Cole Custer, and Parker Klickman ran out the top 10, followed by Parker Retzlaff, Jesse Love, Riley Herbst, Brennan Poole, and Ed Jones ran out the top 15. One driver failed to qualify, that being Sage Cameron for Joey Gates Motorsports. Now, the big one happened in this race. Basically, Ty Gibbs, who had a very bad pit stop and won stage 2 as well, got a bit too hot behind Chandler Smith, I believe, and basically turned him around. And that basically ended the day for Ty Gibbs. Josh Williams was also part of it as well. A couple of the drivers also had a bit of a stack up. I think Brandon Jones might be one of them, not really too sure, but it was just a really bad wreck, and that kind of cemented Shane Van Gisbergen to just run away and win the entire thing. But pretty tough day, I'll be honest, for Ty Gibbs, and as well for the Cup Series. It was just not a good weekend for Ty Gibbs. So, definitely a weekend to forget for the Joe Gibbs Racing driver. But yeah, I mean, it did look like he was getting a bit impatient though. So maybe he needs to turn it down a bit, because otherwise it's going to be just like 2022, I believe, all over again, where he was kind of hated for doing some stupid stuff, especially in Martinsville. So yeah, he needs to calm down a bit there. I think there's also other stuff as well we need to talk about, that being Austin Hill and Shane Van Gisbergen. Obviously, if you've seen my Coda video, you know that I mentioned that they were kind of argy-barging on each other, and they also had a conversation right afterwards. Well, it has happened again, where Shane Van Gisbergen basically just pummeled Austin Hill out of the way. To be fair, Austin Hill kind of just gave him he gave him room, but coming to the corner, he gave him no room whatsoever. So it was kind of just a power drive there for Van Gisbergen, but then at the same time, you could also say that Van Gisbergen should have backed out. Which that I say, well, they're going for a win. We have like 5 laps to go during that time, I'm pretty sure. So they were kind of just going for the win, and it was a very light caution as well. So yeah, it was just like, I mean, to be like, okay, I'll say this though. Austin Hill, he has been, I guess, a polarizing figure in Xfinity Series this year, especially for winning basically every super speedway race that can count, and he hasn't won a single, like quarter mile track, like an oval, or I should say a cookie cutter. We haven't seen him win a short track or a road course, so it does look like he's mainly like a speedway specialist, but he has been very competitive in these other tracks like road courses, short tracks, cookie cutters as well. So yeah, but I can obviously understand the hate obviously to him, but I mean, it's quite funny that Shane Van Gisbergen just pummels Austin Hill out of the way, and I mean, if Van Gisbergen does continue that, but he was known for being a bit aggressive in the supercars, right, in the supercar championship as well. If he does get a bit aggressive against the wrong driver, I would be a bit worried for him. And finally, as well, Parker Retzlaff and Ryan Sieg. These two drivers I was not expecting to have an argument over. There was something happened on the track. I think Fox caught at the very end where Sieg basically swerved right into Parker Retzlaff, and then I think coming up to turn 1 and 2, Retzlaff basically dumped Ryan Sieg. So there was a conversation there. There wasn't no 5-star punches being thrown at, thank God, but it was just a normal conversation of two drivers just getting angry at each other, and I was not expecting Parker Retzlaff to be angry at anyone. I mean, he seems a very nice guy. I mean, Ryan Sieg, he has been angry obviously at Ty Gibbs, especially obviously in the past. But I mean, those two drivers have been very, very calm and pretty cool-headed. But I was not expecting either of those drivers to be angry at each other. That was not on my bingo card at all for this year. And I also want a quick shout out as well to Austin Green. In his third start for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, he finishes in 4th. Incredibly impressive from Austin Green, who is also a Trans Am driver, I believe. So obviously he is also pretty good in these road courses. So a great job there from Austin Green. Want to give him a quick shout out there because he was up there constantly in the top 10. So very impressive there from Austin Green. Let's now have a look now at the other finishes outside of the top 15. AJ Allmendinger. Where was he? I'm not really too sure, but he was kind of nowhere, I'll be honest. Who else can I really talk about? Boris said, driving for Hendrick Motorsports. I think he spun out pretty sure at some point and recovered back up to 28th. Anthony Alfredo. I completely forgot that he was actually in this race. He was just nowhere. I mean, stage 1, he obviously got some points there, but he was nowhere. I think he might have got some damage from that wreck that happened. Sammy Smith, I think, also had that wreck as well. Ty Gibbs, kind of the instigator of that wreck, and then Jeb Bird and Josh Williams down in last place. Brennan Jones, all of them were involved in that wreck caused by Ty Gibbs. Now, a bit of a change now going forward. I will be now talking about now the standings right after the results. So let's now have a look at the NASCAR Xfinity Series standings. And this is what the standings now looks like for after Sonoma. Cole Custer is still in the lead, followed by Austin Hill, 12 points back, including for Chandler Smith. Followed by Justin Allgaier, Jesse Love, AJ Allmendinger, Riley Herbst, Sheldon Creed, Parker Kligerman, and for the first time in the top 10, I should say in the top 12, Shane Van Gisbergen. Followed by Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith. Obviously, the biggest mover was Shane Van Gisbergen, going up 4 spots from his original 14th position, and then the big loser was Sammy Smith going down 2 spots. Let's now have a look now at the Cup Series results. And the winner of the NASCAR Cup Series at Sonoma is Kyle Larson, followed by Michael McDowell, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, AJ Allmendinger, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, and Todd Gilliland ran out of the top 15. Followed by Corey LaJoie, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Daniel Suarez, and Alex Bowman ran out of the top 15. Now, there was a bit of a stack up in the hairpin. I think first it kind of was instigated by Denny Hamlin. I think he went off coming into the hairpin, and then just all calamity with Josh Berry looking up at the hairpin and just power driving into a bunch of cars. Like Christopher Bell, for example, is one of them. Austin Dillon another one as well. Cam Waters as well was another one. Quite a lot of drivers was involved in that weird wreck there. And it has never happened before in a while. I think the last one I can remember what happened in the hairpin was maybe 2011. That's one I can remember. But I know there's been plenty other instances where there's been a stack up in the hairpin, but that's the only one I can actually remember. But that was a very weird situation there. I think Josh Berry, I think he was out of the race, including Austin Dillon as well. Ty Gibbs, I think he might have an engine problem as well, but obviously we get into some other stuff about Joe Gibbs racing and basically next. Obviously later I should say. Next up now, Ross Chastain. On the final lap, I think as soon as Kyle Larson either took the checkered or took the white flag, Chastain spun out Kyle Busch. No idea why. He wasn't even making the corner. I've seen those lady on board, and it just looked like he just completely dumped him. I don't know why Chastain would do that. He was at the 5th place, so Kyle Busch would have actually got to 4th if he didn't actually got basically dumped by Ross Chastain. I don't think there was any worse exchange after the race. I think Kyle Busch just let it all out and just walked away, which is fair enough. But Yeah, if I was Kyle Busch, I would really be I'll be walking up the Ross chassis and be like, what the hell are you doing? Because Kyle Busch, he has been wrecked 2 weeks in a row without any of his faults. I mean, yes, maybe Gateway can maybe say it was kind of his fault, but it was mainly Larson just being a bit overly aggressive. While this one, it was definitely not his fault. Ross Chastain just dumped him basically, so you know, really good look for Chastain, and Kyle Busch's season continues of struggles. Even though he finishes in the top 15, he recovered there, which is still pretty good, but still, it's just, when is the season ever going to turn around for Richard Childress Racing? When is that ever going to happen? Because I am praying that at least it happens at some point. And the final one is all I want to talk about is Martin Truex Jr. I think it was been, what, like 3-time winner, I'm pretty sure, on this track. Ran out of fuel. I don't know how, but he ran out of fuel. That really puzzled quite a lot of people. And I think as well, apparently, at the track, the PA announcer was basically cheering for Truex to finish the race, which is quite funny. But yeah, it was a bit embarrassing there for Martin Truex Jr., who has won this race multiple times. So yeah, hopefully he bounced back off that, and maybe we'll see if he goes around Iowa, because I mean, no lot of drivers don't think I've actually race in Iowa. Be interesting though. I think that's gonna be a pretty interesting race either way. Let's now have a look now at the other pictures outside of the top 15. Where do we start? Joey Logano, the pole sitter, finishes out in 21st. Not a good day for him at all. Martin Truex Jr., like I mentioned beforehand, he ran out of fuel, finishes out in 27th. Will Brown, the current Supercars championship leader, finishes out in 31st. Ooh, not really a good day for him or Cam Waters, who was involved in that wreck caused by Josh Berry, I believe, who finishes out in 32nd. Cam Waters, like I mentioned beforehand, 35th for him. Austin Dillon, pretty sure was involved in that wreck with Josh Berry. Ty Gibbs, I actually can't remember what happened to Ty Gibbs, but it was just a struggling day for him. And Denny Hamlin, oh god, it was just a nightmare weekend for Joe Gibbs Racing as a whole. 2 drivers out of the race, 1 driver getting clobbered by Josh Berry, other one ran out of fuel. It was just not a good day at all for Joe Gibbs Racing. But Denny Hamlin, he finished out in last place with an engine problem. 2 weeks in a row, JGR cars with engine problems. I think Toyota should be sweating by now. Let's now have a look now at the standings after Sonoma. Kyle Larson now retains the championship lead over Chase Elliott, followed by Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., William Byron, Brad Keselowski, Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, and Ross Chastain ran out of top 10, followed by Alex Bowman and Ryan Blaney in 11th and 12th. The biggest mover, Brad Keselowski and Tyler Reddick, both there moving up 2 spots. While the biggest loser was Denny Hamlin, moving down 2 spots and losing as well the championship lead over Kyle Larson. So just to remind you guys that next week's schedule race is at Iowa for the first time for the Cup Series, the returning as well for the Xfinity Series and the ARCA Menard Series. So now like guys to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help me, especially on this channel. I will be doing a starting grid for the Cup Series. I know I didn't do one for Sonoma because I didn't have time to. I'm sorry about that. But I will definitely be doing the starting grid now for the Cup Series at Iowa. So that's really bad for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch guys on it all later in the next one. Goodbye.